Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is BestInSlot, and welcome back to our Florida Everglades, Bayou, Louisiana, just big sopping wet park here in Jurassic World Evolution. In today's video, we're going to get started on our next couple of exhibits. Well, the next exhibit in particular, we're going to kind of extend this shopping Everglades-looking moist area we did in the last video. I actually think it looked really nice. I love these over the water. That makes me eternally happy. However, that now needs to be... We got even moister last time. I'm going to say moist a lot today. It's my word of the day. And it means the bridge needs a little bit of finagling. Like so. That looks great, doesn't it? Anyways, today we're going to get started. First of all, we need to hatch ourselves a dinosaur, because we're going to be popping out a INDORAPTOR, and the INDORAPTOR obviously takes a bloody long time. So we're going to put all of this onto incubation speed. Nothing but speed. There we go, lovely stuff. And we're going to make ourselves an Indo. Now, the idea for the INDORAPTOR is to represent the Florida panther. Now, where have I gone? Where am I going? What am I doing in my life? I don't know whether I want to change the colours of the Florida panther. It's not a black animal. I mean, you could get a melanistic. We could just say it's a melanistic one, couldn't we? I think we're going to stick with the default. In all honesty, I don't love any of the other colour patterns. Maybe we'll try cheeky jungle. We can hatch two anyway, because we've got the room for two. Maybe we'll have two in our exhibit. Like a pairing, like a male-female bonding thing. That's a good idea. So we'll pop out two Indos over there, and then we'll get started on the habitat. We're going to sit it over here. I love the idea of this this path sort of weaving throughout the Everglades, and it sort of curls really naturally over here to the aviary filled with stalks of some description. Oh, throat, what are you doing? Stalks of some description in there, and then you weave down here, and all the shops are here, and then you come around this corner, and it pulls back to the right, along where the monorail is, and then this whole area can be our next habitat. So, we have our Florida panther. We're going to go from there. There's no spoilers as to what else we're adding. Had a little think about that as well. Actually, somebody recommended it on the QT, so thank you for that. And I've already screwed this up, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. I'm down for a funky shape. Oh no, it's too funky. As funky as I might be, that's a little too funky for me. It's the tree. The tree is the devil. There we go. That's better. Right. Let me have a little think here. So that's going to curl up like that. The only problem I have is how does this link in with the rest of the park? I guess it's kind of like a walking trail kind of thing. So this, actually what we can do is have this come right to the end here, and then kind of go straight. The idea being you get to walk along and, you know, look out into the big sort of wide open, like, you know, looking out into the safari park kind of thing as you get down this end. And you can walk around the whole thing, and if you want to be lazy, you can... We'll hire mobility scooters or something. We do need to ramp up the fencing now, but I don't really want to use concrete because I don't think it's going to sell the right kind of vibe. So we're going to stick with this, but we're going to use our electrified heavy steel. Did I use concrete anywhere? I don't think so, right? No, down with concrete. Right. So, this is going to be the exhibit right here. Is it too small? Maybe. Oh, maybe. Oh, right. We're gonna tighten up that curve. We're gonna pull that right down to the right hand side because it does feel a little bit on the teensy tiny side right now. So we're gonna come down here, and instead of going right over there, we're gonna curl down by the river, right down to the river. Maybe through the monorail a little bit. I love going through the monorail, and then through the river, and then down across. And I still want to do the thing where you look over, but you'll look over from here instead as you cross over the river. And that gives us much more room to play with, which is really cool. I think we're going to bring in our very first... We don't count the tour. We might bring in a platform. Is that nuts? I'm feeling crazy. I'm just trying to think, what's my justification? What's my in-world reason for the platform? You know, how does it link in with Louisiana or Florida or Everglades or Bayous or whatever? And really, it doesn't. We could pretend the gyrosphere is like a hovercraft. I'm just trying to think where do I want this? Maybe right on the tip of the river? Quite like that. That's a bit useless, isn't it? It kind of has to point that way. Okay. We'll stick some things together and we'll see what happens. How's that for a plan? So that's going to come across to there. And down to there. And we're going to just curl this nice and tight against the path. Again, the idea is really to... You should be able to sort of walk around the entire park and see everything, if possible. Yeah. Thank you for the name suggestions as well. We'll, of course, get to those later on in the video. We just need to... Especially with the Indoraptor, because it takes so long to hatch, because he's a cheeky little blighter. You know, it makes sense to get everything else done a little bit sooner. At some point, there has to be a break here, because that... Did I know you could do that? Like, I've been thinking in my head, you know what the problem is? I can't connect these two fences together. Now I know you can at, like, that kind of angle. I suppose, why wouldn't you be able to, then? Huh. Why did I think you couldn't do that? I don't know. I have no explanation for why I didn't think that was humanly possible, but there you go. That is a humongous exhibit there. But 2 Indoraptors, and you want them to be slinking around and hidden and spooky, so that makes a lot of sense. Plus, I do want to hide the drop-off a little bit in trees, like this bit at the back, so we're going heavy on the trees over here. I don't like the drop. I want that to feel moderately flat in design. The drop-off just doesn't make that much sense, if we're totally honest. So we will hide it. There we go. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and I really like this park. It's good. I think it's going to look awesome. I'm very talented. Right, okay. Let's connect. Well, I'll tell you what. Whilst we can't see a bloody thing, let's get rid of our water over here. That path is going to curl this way underneath the monorail, which is always pretty cool. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh yes. And then straight on for a little bit just to take in the sights. You know? Okay, you can't see anything but trees, but that's fine. People love trees. Trees are the best. Except in Minecraft for some reason. There are still people to this day who comment, when are you playing Minecraft Dinosaurs? Ladies and gentlemen, I can safely say Minecraft Dinosaurs is over. I've not played it in about a year. It's time to move on. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll be back one day for like a 20th series. Who knows? I hope so. The storms are so short in this game. They really are.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather conditions have started to pass.
This is a little awkward because this fence here, I want it to sort of come along here, but it's kind of snapping, as you can see. What if we do that though? Yeah, that's alright. Alright, cool. This is what we can say. This is like a watchtower, lookout tower kind of thing, you know, to look for maybe there's crocodiles in the area, blah 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 blah, panthers in the area. You'd have like the park ranger. Look, I don't know. I don't live in America. Leave me alone. You'd have like the park ranger, and he's up there with his binocs. He's like, "Hey guys, crocodilio," and everyone's like, "Oh no, run away, yo!" And they run away, and nobody dies. That's how it works. In case you're curious, how are we doing over here? Have we done? Oh, we are done. Have we done? How long have we been done for? So this is the gym. I don't like the yellow. That's the jungle. Who cares? As long as they look a little different. This is actually good because they do look very similar in colour, but not quite the same. Oh, I did feed the Dimetrodons, by the way. Thank you. I forgot that because of how I installed the basically, you can install the Dimetrodon, so it will be herbivore, but you can also install the Dimetrodon to make it carnivore, and I did the carnivore install, and I kind of forgot, but I fed them, they're not dead, everything is fine. I don't think any died anyway. There's our panthers. I mean, they've got kind of that black for, say, we can pretend it's melanistic, but they've also got the sort of the orangey, browny colours, which is more what you would associate with the panther in the first place. You can't escape from there, right? Nah. We've got a lot of exhibits like this in the park already, like areas where it's not an enclosed fence, it's very open-ended, so they could, in theory, you know, just wander out, and it does happen. Anyways, the Indoraptor, our panther, it can't just live on its own, it has to have things to hunt. So, I did a little research myself into what a Florida panther is likely to hunt, and including ignoring the smaller animals, like how we're going to do like rabbits and rats and stuff like that, that's hard to get across in Jurassic World Evolution. One of the ones that came up was crocodiles. Well, American alligators, I should say. Although that's more like a death jewel kind of situation. I'm sure it wants to hunt the baby specifically. White-tailed deer is one that came up. I'm not sure how we do that, but I think probably a hadrosaur of some description, or a iguanodontid. I'm not sure which one it would be. One with a white booty. Do any of them have a white booty? Even Drysaurus has a little bit of a deer, little fawn kind of look to it, you know? I don't know. We are going to do something else for this video, but I'm very curious. Like, just let me know what you think. I'd love to bring some in next video. Any suggestion for what would represent a white-tailed deer? I think a small... one of the smaller hadrosaurs would make sense. Maybe? I don't know if any of them have white booties. But let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, any thoughts about that. Do hit me up. However, someone hit me up in... lots of people hitting me up. Someone hit me up in the comments of the cutie and suggested that the... that the homalocephali would be a really good stand-in for a river otter. Because it's small and brown and cute. And that makes a lot of sense. And I did a little research, and the river otters have been hunted, in the past at least, by Florida panthers. Florida panthers are on the verge of extinction in a lot of ways. Like, there's not that many adults left, so I guess it happens less often now. But it used to happen, is the point. Step? Question mark? I'm just going to do some colour comparisons. I think it's likely to be steppe or normal. I think it's likely to be normal, but I'm just going to pop out each of the default three. Those three there. Each of the brown ones, and we'll just pick one which closely resembles, in my head, a river otter. I just thought that makes a lot of sense. So we're going to have like loads of these little river otters skittering about. Maybe we'll build something that looks a little bit like a dam. And then hopefully next video we'll bring in the ceratopsids, or iguanodontids, or hadrosaurids, or something to represent the white-tailed deer, and therefore finish the enclosure. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. And then, I don't know, we've got all this room still left. Like, all this here is exhibits. I don't know what we're going to do. I actually don't. There's that mod I showed you guys. I did a mod spotlight, top 5 things I missed, blah, blah, blah. And we looked at one of the JFD sauropods, and it just looks amazing. It's an Apatosaurus, and it has this really cool, swampy, lizardy kind of look to it. And I spent ages trying to find an animal that I thought matched it, and I couldn't find anything. Again, any ideas? Let me know. Anyways, let's check our hummus. Hummus. Oh, hummus. I love hummus. I am a recent convert to hummus, I will say. I resisted for a long time. A very long time. That's a... homalocephali. Homalocephali. That's a pretty good one. I like that one a lot. I mean, that was a step one. That was the one I was most confident about, to say the... oh. Okay. Wetland, probably not, right? It's gonna be greeny. Yeah, that's rubbish. Rubbish. It could be something else, but it can't be an otter. What's this? Oh, okay. Right. So, if we're gonna have a river otter, we should have a bloody river. I think, on like a basic level. Right. Let's get nice and moist there, and then I think I just kind of want to make this. We're gonna split this off and change how it looks. Obviously, it's cool that we can tie these in together as well. Really not that thickly. Is that English? I don't know. Like, it's just a thin little weedle of river. A weedle. Maybe one over there as well. A little weedle. What's blocking you there? Is it the trees? Yeah, probably. Weedle. Thin little weedles. Just... Weedle. Just trying to... make it seem like, you know, those rivers that kind of like, they start off thicker and then they split and they look like dendrons or like neurons or veins of all descriptions, and they kind of like split off and get smaller and smaller and smaller. And it looks really cool. That's what I want. So this one's going to be a bit thicker, because it's like a main trunk. And then maybe that would come off there, and that would be super skinny. It's hard to do just because the initial brush is massive. It's a chunk and a half. See what I mean? And then I have to do this bump. Just... come on. You can never quite predict how far down it'll go. And I'm picking that one up again. I really want to go in there. Life is pain. I just want them to stay connected. I'm not asking for much here. My god. Maybe I'll try a different angle. You know what that'll bloody do? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my god, that's not fine though. Why is this so hard? That's what she said. Anyways, right, so yeah, something like that. You can't really go any thinner, but at least it looks somewhat like a river. We're going to mess around with the plant life as well and stuff like that, so get rid of some of the stuff in the water. All the grass is going to have this sort of dark texture. I just think it looks great. And bear in mind, we are using an Everglades mod. Big shout out to the mod maker. Cannot for the life of me remember who it is, but big shout out to them anyway. Okay, so that's the default. That's step. I think it's going to be step, isn't it? Saying that, otters aren't that brown. Otters are greyish brown. Maybe it is default. Maybe it's a mix. Maybe just to represent a little bit of variation within the species. We should mix it up. Let's do that. So I'm going to pop out 4 of each. So 4 basic and 4 step. For 5 each of total, basically. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. 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 Sorry. Right, okay. Oh, paleo. We were still planning to do that. Make sure these are nicely spread around so the Holmaz do manage to get some food in them. Lovely stuff. And let's get texture in a little bit. Until that's done over there. I really like how that looks. That dark colouring is just really, really cool. Very dramatic. A little vibrant. Boom, boom, boom. You can really just put it everywhere. And at the end of the day, like, nature is not random, but it would look random. It wouldn't look pre-planned. So you got to kind of attack it with a little bit of, you know, randomness. Otherwise, it looks man-made. It's very hard to make something look not man-made because our brains love patterns so much, and they're determined to put patterns in absolutely everywhere, wherever possible. Get some trees in as well and stuff in a moment. Pop out our otters. Shoot them all in the face. Let's sell that one. Wah, wah. And let's set the next step going. So we want 4 step ones. Step. I'm not making the step joke. It's not a joke. It's a terrible, terrible joke. I don't know why, but instantly, as soon as I said we're going to make the step one, my brain went, well, it's not your... Oh, I can't... The joke doesn't even make sense. It's not your real homolocephaly, it's your step homolocephaly. It's something like that. I don't know, it's awful. And yet, every time I hear step, I think, it's not your real... It just instantly pops into my head. Why does anybody watch me? Seriously. Man, let's not poke that bear, eh? Right, okay. Boop. And la boop. Adding task. Manly man voice. That was not the manliest man voice I've ever done, admittedly. It was a manly man voice. Just like I put a little weird accent on it. Lovely. Picking up asset. All my female voices sound the same. I've never mastered the art of doing an impression of a woman's voice. Frankly, I can't do accents full stop. The only accent I can kind of do a little bit is Irish, and that's only... I instantly want to go Irish. And that's only because I am half Irish, so... These are popping out in no time, aren't they? Little babs. One day, it will be a pro. One day someone will want to put me in their game. People are always like, oh yeah. Like, this has been going on for years. I've seen about probably 300, 400 suggestions now of maybe they'll let you do voice acting in the next game or something like that. I think how disastrous that would be for anybody who decided to let that be a thing. Oi mate, how you doing? Aye. That's about the only thing I could contribute. Frontier, if you're watching and you want someone to say, oi mate, how you doing in the next video, in the next game, you know, hit me up. I'm available. You know where I am. Alright, let's get some trees. I do want this one to be probably... I do want it to be quite dense with foliage, just because I like the idea of the panther kind of stalking around, doing its panthery things, you know, as panthers are wont to do. Then again, I also want you to be able to see inside the bloody thing, so... Do I, though? I'm sure I care about that. I'm sure we care. Hey, is that enough? Maybe a little bit more? Maybe a rock. Maybe a cheeky rock will save the day. When has a cheeky rock not saved the day, quite frankly? Oh yeah, in the water. I know we said we were going to do this, and we're not in the other bit. But here, I think it looks really cool. Sort of half sunk down. I love that. Look at that. That's good. Why does that excite me so much? I don't know why, but that's really cool. Okay, that's weird. Right, okay. A bit more trees over here. I need to find something over the macaws. If someone wants to mod in, like, I don't know. Stork. Oh, I'm tired. Or a panther that flies. That'd be cool. Thanks. Yeah, let's go grab more little otters. I love otters. I imagine living with otters is really annoying. Just because the squeak is really cute, but it's one of those noises that's really cute at first, and then when you hear it for the 1000th time, I imagine it's really grating. I don't know, no offense if any of you are otters or live with otters, or plan to live with otters, you know, not here to judge. Nearly there. What is that? Oh, right, switchblade. I thought, oh no, he's actually gone through. I was like, I thought he'd gone through. Oh, he has gone through. Okay, there we go. Come on, switchblade, you cheeky little blighter. Get back. Got enough bloody going on here. Don't need you faffing around. Cheeky little Troodon, Compy, whatever you are. I don't know. It's got a really nice natural kind of feel to it, this park. Look at that curve. Oomph. I'm not going to do anything there. Going to keep that. Might put a little bit of water in there, but probably not. Curve that around there. Maybe the path could even split off here. And then we can have something in the middle. Have something there. Have something there. Have something there. We've probably got 4 more habitats, realistically. Depends how big they are, I suppose. It's going to look more open-ended than I planned. I did intend originally for this to look like quite a standard park, and it's becoming very, very open range, which is cool though. It's cool. I think we are going to bring in the gyrospheres at some point. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think it's a good idea. Right, so that is our last homolocephaly. Shift that over there, and where's Switchblade? He actually moved back, so now I feel like I just shot him for absolutely no reason whatsoever, but that's okay. Okay, so whilst all those are getting transferred over, let's check out the names you guys suggested in the last video. And reminder, if you want to leave name suggestions for this video, you can do so in the comment section. Nope, not in the comment section. Don't leave names in the comment section. Check the cutie, which is linked in the description down below. It will be small herbivore for homolocephaly and medium carnivore for the Indoraptor, if there is a medium carnivore. I can't remember if I made a medium carnivore setting, but if there is, Indoraptor goes in medium carnivore. If there isn't, put it in large carnivore. Got hiccups. Right, so, Archaeonophoros, we have shrimp. We have psychopath. God knows why. We have a vermilion warrior, which takes me back to the days of our races. It sounds like that kind of name, you know. I would have gone for, like, Vermilion Vanguard or something like that. You know, it was Vermilion Vanguard, Crimson Crusader, all that kind of jazz. We'll have to do that again with some of the new dinosaurs. Flamingi. Don't know why an I, not an O, but Flamingi. Cletus. Shrimp. There we go. That's our Archies. In the galleys, we have... nothing. Brother. Oh. We have Pink Boy. We have Eggs. We have Still Not Becky, because... no. Stop it. We have Chicken Mimic, and we have Mr. Blue Sky. It's actually just a really nice scene. Because of the hill. The hill actually looks really cool there. And then they drop down into woodland. Let's see if we can see. There they are. Hello. Love that. We'll spend some time with all the dinosaurs towards the end. But today we'll go focus on the Indo and homolocephaly. And in the Dimetrodons, we have Rockjaw. Looking very Rockjaw-y. We have Sheldon. We have Tucker, somewhere. And we also have Dad. Somewhere. There he is. There's Dad. Papa. Papa's come home. Fievel. Right. So that should be everything, in theory. We done? I think we're done. Let's hop into our little platform, have a little... okay, game. Thank you. I know. Hey. It's nice, isn't it? The texture mod really does help a lot. It just gives everything that slightly damp, earthy kind of feel that we're very much looking for here. Let's hop into capture mode and see. I think that looks great. Like, I'm not bigging myself up in the slightest. I'm like, just in general, the game itself looks good, especially the texture mod. But in general, I think we can all admit, no matter what you think of Jurassic World Evolution, it's a very, very good looking game. It really is a highly attractive game. The nature and the lighting system in particular carries this game really hard, in my opinion. Because the art directions, it's fine, but it's nothing special. But the lighting engine and the design of the nature stuff really does do a lot of work. Alright, let's do some cinematic nonsense. It's funny how just putting a letterbox on makes everything look so much more dramatic. Dum 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 dum. It's like the opening to Midsummer or something. Just need to be spinning through a house. Right, let's see who we can see. I heard a little squeak. I've not seen a single dinosaur yet. I'm pretty sure we have dinosaurs on our dinosaur tour, but I don't know. I hear an Indo. I hear a panther, which is over here. Gotta track it down. I mean, imagine how good a first-person shooter like this would get. Just imagine having a proper first-person mode. Imagine if we could play as a security guard and walk around and go into the habitats and walk around like this with a gun loaded. How amazing would that feel? And I don't think it would be that harder thing to implement. And it would be so cool. Hello, little guy. You know, you spot your dinosaur, you crouch down, hide in the bushes. Just watch them. Oh, there's another one there. I think we found the herd. Hey, buddy. That's beautiful. It really is, with the aviary in the background as well. Every now and again you see a pteranodon just soar past. Wait for it, wait for it. Whatever. Okay, where are your friends? There are 10 of you. I've seen 2 so far. You should be sticking relatively together, so where on earth are the rest of you? Where are the Indoraptors? All I hear is screaming. It's much like my usual Sunday evenings, but I can't find the bloody culprit this time. Usually I check the basement. Ooh. I haven't put them in the wrong place, have I? Like, I'm genuinely worried at this point that I've shipped them off to somewhere else entirely. Hello? Dinosaurs! Where are you? I wanted to use the camera. I thought it'd be cool. Oh, I heard a squeak. The edge of the forest over the top of the cliff. The water's really nice as well. It's a shame we can't, you know. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Look at that texture. Beautiful. Where are my bloody dinosaurs? I keep hearing what I think is the Indoraptor over there on the other side of the fence. Oh. I hear movement. Gotta set a trap. Wait by the meat. I definitely hear something. Oh, hello! Oh, it's you! Oh, you're adorable! I was looking for the Indoraptor and it's just the Hummer just snorting in the ground nearby. Where are they? I haven't put them here. Where have I put them? Where the hell have I put the Indoraptors? I'm sure I didn't put them. Where the hell are my Indoraptors? How are you over here? Okay, I definitely didn't put them here. They must have escaped. I have to tighten up security a little bit. Where's the other one gone? Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Right, come here, you. Okay, we're just gonna tighten up over here a little bit, see if we can block this off. Maybe stick a big old rock in the way. Not gonna work, is it? I'm just gonna double up on the fence. You're not gonna see down here anyway, so. At the very least, even if they're not technically contained by this, it'd be good to just make it annoying for them to get through, basically, you know? Alright. Let's try that. For the Indoraptors. Who knew you couldn't trust evil, genetically modified dinosaurs? I don't think there's been any films talking about that. Okay, right. So, Indoraptors are going to come back into our habitat. We'll give them a little bit more time in the next video. This was an unexpected diversion, the cheeky little blighters. Panicking. Yeah, I bet. But we shall end it there. Thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I felt a bit weird this episode, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's a weird thing to point out. Maybe I shouldn't point that out. I'm being a professional YouTuber. I'm a little bit drained at the moment. I'm also stretching. Wow. But all is well. Like I said, leave your name suggestions in the QT. That's linked. Quiet, Joe. That's linked in the description down below. Medium carnivore for Indoraptor. Shut up. Small herbivore for Homalocephaly. Homalocephaly is a otter, so if you want to theme around that, that's great. And like I said, the Florida Panther for the Indoraptor. So again, if you want to theme around those names, you can definitely do that. That'd be really cool. Let me know what you think for the white-tipped deer, white-tailed deer. What dinosaur would be appropriate? I think we just want 3 or 4 of them wandering around. And what else should we do? We've got this big old area here next to the building. What dinosaur are we going to put in there? What real-world animal does it match? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. I'll see you lovely folks next time. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.